Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharyn.
We want to thank each and every one of you all once again for giving us another opportunity, another week. Mm-hmm. I know last week was kind of heavy, so we're going to try to go a little lighter this week. And we're battling some things here too. Sharyn's getting ready to go in for surgery, so...
and Rosa has a cold.
Yeah, and I have a cold. So, we've been battling stuff this week too. But nonetheless, we thank you all for tuning in each and every week. Mm-hmm. And as usual, before we get into today's topic, we have to shout out a few people.
Yes.
So, our first shout out goes to Goody Smarts. Thank you for being a subscriber. Mm-hmm. We ask that you continue to share the video, like and comment if you can. Also, Leonia Hall, who actually is my cousin. So we thank you for tuning in each and every week.
Hey, cuz.
And Catherine H. Thank you for being a subscriber as well. Thank you. And thank you to each and every one of you all. Today's topic is, Sharyn wanted to talk about this anyway.
Oh, am I still sweating? What did I want to talk about? Menopause.
Yes, today's topic is menopause.
And for all my friends, all our friends who live in lesbian land, it's going to happen to you too, okay, sooner or later. Yes. And especially if you're right there in that core audience of 42 to 60, you know somebody who's going through it, has gone through it, getting ready to, or you yourself is sitting somewhere with a bowl of ice on your head. So... today we're going to
much like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, although, my blood work shows a little different because my blood work shows that I'm in menopause, but I'm not really.
Not officially.
So I don't really know how that works, but I know I'm supposed to have
12 consecutive months of non-bleeding, and you haven't had that yet. However, she doesn't.
I've gotten up to 6 months.
But she is definitely having the mood swings, the night sweats, the shifts. Her perspectives have changed.
Well, first of all, I think you're getting a lot of stuff misconstrued because
really, okay,
I'm already a fiery Aries. So
say no more. Okay, what's worse than going through menopause? An Aries.
No, but I'm saying that to say, I'm passionate about a lot of stuff. So I don't think menopause plays that big of a part. I've always been passionate, especially when it comes to elderly and kids. I'm a die fighting for them. Whatever. So don't come with me, with that. So that's not menopause. That's always been who I am.
She's just gotten worse. Oh, excuse me. More intense. Can I say intense? You
Maybe.
See it yourself. Come on, you have gotten more intense.
Not all things. I see the night sweats. I see, the periods here, there, miss. You know what I'm saying? What do you say?
Yeah.
Kind of miss this month, not that month.
Yeah. Skip 3 or 4 months and then here she comes.
Inconsecutive, periods.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't necessarily know if my mood swings have anything to do with that.
So I don't know if denial is part of the syndrome, the symptoms as well. I don't know. But what it is, and you guys, you okay, sweetie? Mm-hmm. I'll just say this, as your partner, your sweetie, your honey, your wife, something's happening to Rosa. Something has come upon her.
She's blaming everything on menopause. It's not just that. It's maturity too, and I've always been a person that I just don't tolerate stupid
nonsense
stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That always have just bugged me. So I think, it comes off as I'm mean or whatever.
Or being short-tempered with people.
Short-tempered, or as one of the viewers said that, I come off judgmental. I'm just not going to tolerate stuff. So again, that's who I have been. It's not menopause.
Well, I think it is menopause, and I think it has magnified. I think it's kind of like times 5. So yeah, you are fiery, And I like that about you, and it's a natural attraction for me, being the Gemini that I am, and this is a hot Aries. However, you go from 0 to 5,000 without warning, and of course she doesn't see it. She doesn't see it. And the night sweats, like I woke up one day, I'm serious, I thought somebody had just literally threw a bucket of water in the bed. And I'm like, it was just her sweating. It was just sweating.
Okay, so enough about my menopause. How was it when you went through menopause? That's what I want to know.
Well, first of all, it was almost a joy. No, seriously, I had a full hysterectomy 20 years ago, so I'm good.
Must be nice.
I'm good. But I did feel I felt very impassioned about things, and like you said, your tolerance for nonsense gets very, very short. But I remember it was an embarrassing day for me professionally, in the sense that I had a group of engineers, and I think lawyers were there. But then even I was doing corporate training. And we were having a great workshop, and all of a sudden, about 10 in the morning, I start sweating, and I'm not a natural sweater. I mean, I had to really be doing something intense for water to come down. The sweat was pouring down like water. I mean, it really looked like somebody was just standing there with a cup of water pouring it on my head, and I was trying to put them out on break, and the guy came, he said, ma'am, I think you could use a break. So, because I was drenched. And that was just menopause.
Yeah.
Just menopause. So what is menopause? It's actually it's just when our bodies stop producing hormones. And you kind of know that you probably ain't gonna, if you ain't had that baby yet, chances are you ain't. Okay,
Right.
not in this lifetime. But like I said, right there between the core of like 42 to 60, like I said, chances are you're going through it, have gone through it. If you haven't had a hysterectomy, your partner's going through it. And what's worse than one of us going through menopause? Two of you going through menopause at the same time.
See, that's when I love the age gap thing.
Who got an age gap? Oh, that's us. Oh, Rosa is sitting, she's coming up on 50 next time, and I'm not. So I just turned 66.
So the fact that there is a 17-year gap and you have been through menopause, we don't have to worry about going through it together.
But I think there's a benefit to it because I know what she's going through. I too am a woman, and I think it allows me to be much more patient, loving, understanding. Yeah.
That might be true because I remember when my mom was going through it, and we get in the car, how as a teenager you fight for the front seat and stuff, but she used to always, this is upstate New York, so she used to always want to put the window down because she was having like the hot flashes, but we didn't understand it, so nobody was fighting for the front seat, but we were kind of annoyed, and we did, because again we didn't understand it. So I think the fact that you've been through it, you understand it, makes it a little bit better too.
Absolutely. You're right. Having gone through it does make you an instant expert, or at least a compassionate person.
Not everybody's compassionate that has gone through it.
Yeah. But I think in our case, definitely. Because there's times when I know she is getting ready to file her flight path. She is getting ready to go off. And sometimes I just hug her. I say, I understand, baby. I understand. I just hug her.
She don't always hug me. Trust me. It'd be big time arguments in the household.
Yeah, but it's usually one-sided because you know what? I can't win, and I'm not trying to win.
It's not about win or lose.
No, but you be raising hell sometime about that the butter got soft. I mean, some things that just don't make a difference to anybody but her at that moment. And I get it. And there's times when, and usually, she's so sweet, she's kind, understanding, lovely, loving, and, she will peel me a grape. And there's days when she give me that look, and I say, I'm good, babe. I'm just looking at TV this morning and staying out your way. And it's okay. We're women, and, they say, and though I have no scientific fact on this, but they say normally that women normally pick up their mother's pattern, and I distinctly remember my mother going through it somewhere between 43 and 45, and she did change. And I remember the sweating, and she would go off like a rocket. And you know what? I started going through it exactly at 44 too. You know, I just think I wasn't as dramatic with mine. I really wasn't. So, but anyway, so today, ladies, we want to talk about menopause, how it's affecting you and your relationship.
Well, how did when you were going through it? Because when she went through it, she wasn't with me. So how did it affect your sex life with your partner at that time?
Oh, we want to go there?
I mean, it's part of menopause.
Yeah. Well, okay. Things change. Things change. And you want some water?
No, I'm good.
You good? You know, well, how did it affect my love life? I would say this. When I realized I was going through menopause, there was two things I was asking for. I said, one, I didn't want my libido to be diminished, and I didn't want to, dry up. And neither one of those things happened. So I was still, every night Josephine. That was me, I wanted to just as much as I always wanted to, and I think I was lucky in that.
I can believe that
because still I'm still good. I'm still good, And why are you smiling?
Because I can believe that. Like,
do you believe it?
Yeah, like your sex drive is not the average 66-year-old.
But I don't know what the average 66-year-old's love life is.
I don't think it's anything near yours.
Yeah, well, in any event, I am thankful for that.
You got a sex drive like a 25-year-old.
Oh, what? I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Oh.
Yeah, so as we're sweating because we're taping in the evening as opposed to early in the morning when it's nice and cool. So I was able to maintain that, but as that was me, and that was on my own journey. Okay, Rosa is different.
See, that's but I'm saying I think different. That's where you're getting it like mixed up, because some of it has always been me. Like, I've always had like a low sex drive. So now that I'm going through menopause, sorta,
it wasn't that low.
Now that I'm going through menopause, I think it's kind of gone down a little bit, but not to the fact where at, you know what? I'm out here telling my business.
No, I was just ignoring.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's all menopause though. I just think, sometimes I'm in the mood and most times I'm not. So
I can hear you on that. But whatever the it is, one, we're different. We're also at different times in our life, and we're around a lot of other women who are going through the same thing too. And so the purpose of today's show, we just want to check in with our sisters in lesbian land. How you guys doing? One, with your personal journey with going toward menopause or going through it, because it does take years. And how's your partner reacting to it? Is anyone out there, both of you going through at the same time? Whew.
Wow.
Oh, that's intense. That's intense. And
I'm gonna pray for y'all. If you're going through it at the same time, because I'm gonna need y'all to pray for me too. But I'm gonna pray for y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I would say this: I don't think there's no two women who have the same experience with menopause. There's some generalities that we can draw, but your journey is your journey, And there's some women who have to take some of the pills and I didn't have to take any. You know what I mean? The only thing I would drink was a Mountain Dew. Okay, and I know that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, yours sound like it was textbook.
Yeah, and I call myself lucky about that.
Yeah.
But there's other women who have all kind of difficulties going through the change.
Yeah.
And but one thing, the reason why we're doing it today, because one, we've been talking to our friends about it, and like I said, you do hear the stories, and your experience is your experience. But whether you're the one that's going through it or the partner of someone who's going through it, I just say, because we're all women, loving women, I think just be considerate, be kind, be knowledgeable, be honest. Like, sweetie, it ain't you, but I don't feel like it, or like I mean,
yeah. But how many times can you say that and and your partner not be upset? Because how many times like when you edge me on for something and I'm just like, no, like, not again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I said, just give me a minute, that probably works twice. But after the third time, it's a full-blown argument.
I'm like, what? What? Is it me? What? Did I change my cologne? Did I say something wrong?
No, I know, but, I think we, as, humans, we want to be understanding. We want to be loving towards our partner. But it's like, it's almost like using that as the excuse. How many times is that going to be your excuse? You know what I'm saying?
But it's not an excuse. It's just
right,
it's a restatement
the other
of what's going
not
on.
Looking at it as that. They may be looking at it as an excuse, like, it ain't menopause every time. Like, I'm just saying.
Do you think I've ever done that to you?
Once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear me. Yeah. So I think I'm getting better at it. I mean, I understand. Like I said, with the age difference and how how she's wired, how I'm wired, how I'm dealing with this change at the time of my life. I don't think it was textbook, but I've been very fortunate. Yeah. I haven't had those multiple problems of gynecological issues as a younger woman, and then going through the change. I didn't need any pills, no hormones, no this, no that. I'm good. Yeah, I'm in and out, and and ready to party. So, again, like I said, the reason why we're talking about menopause is because, one, it affects us. We are women. It is going to happen to you if you stay on the planet long enough. But
unless they go through, a smooth transition like what you're going through.
Yeah, it's not horrible for every woman, but for some, as they say, when it's good, but when it's bad, it's horrible. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think yours is going to be more emotionally intense than physical.
Maybe.
I'm from what I'm seeing, because like I said, I have seen the change in your moods. It's the moods, the attitude. She's impassioned about everything, and realize what's going on in the world right now, politically speaking, socially speaking.
Yeah, I do get upset with that type of stuff. But I think, like I said, I just think I've always been that way.
Yeah, but not to the
like,
not
stuff
to
that
this
makes
extent.
sense just shouldn't be an issue. That's all I'm saying.
And I hear what you're saying, and fortunately I was already retired, when my drama came along, so I'm smooth sailing. Yeah. She's got a couple more years to do, and I'm saying, babe, look, I said, babe, we need that other job. Babe, we look, when she goes to work, I say, we need you, we need the money, honey.
We counting on you.
Patches. So, because she gets very intense. And I just tell her, be mindful of that. Take your own temperature. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's one thing that we do within our own relationship. Like, sometimes if, she's got a very dramatic, differing opinion from me about a subject, and imagine that we have different opinions. Well, and and I'm getting ready to say something, and how they tell you to count to 10 or whatever you need to do, but when she's getting ready to say something, I see the look on her face, and I say, babe, before you say it, ask yourself, can Sharyn live the rest of her life without hearing what you're about to say? If the answer is yes, don't say it. And I do the same. I do the reverse.
But that's where the arguments start, because I say it anyway, because I feel like it needs to be heard.
Like, she cannot not say it. See, I'm the Gemini. I'm the one who can turn around on a dime. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I might be bursting at my temples.
That's not menopause. I've always been, as people would say growing up, flip at the mouth.
Yeah, but it's flip at the mouth, and it's dipped in barbecue sauce, wrapped around a spear, and it's aimed at your heart. Okay? And I'm like, babe, where did that come from? Not being nasty, but not being mean spirit, but she is like, boom, direct, boom, pow pow, take it. And I don't even have on my jacket this morning.
No,
you full
a lot.
strength.
Yeah, but my whole thing is I don't really know how to say stuff, and I'm not gonna say nicely because to me I say it nicely, but to Sharyn it may not sound that way. And she was like, "It's just the way you say stuff. That's not menopause. That's just who I am. I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I'm not going to, say it any other way than what it needs to be said. So."
We're not in counseling about it, but
we probably need to be.
We probably need to be. That's right. And it wasn't for the fact I'm understanding, and I'm like, remember, you're older, you understand where she's coming from. And there's days when I'm just not so understanding, and I'm just saying, sweetie, we always talk about, intent versus impact. Your intention was maybe just to inform me of something, but the impact was that it was a little, it was a little harsh, and I felt a little wounded. You know what I mean? Blood is dripping. You know what I mean? Right. No, but seriously, and I don't think I'm that hypersensitive about things like that. I don't think I'm that, watch what you say to her.
Your feelings get hurt very easily.
Says the Aries.
It does.
And then you can't really take a joke, says the Gemini.
I can take a joke. Big time.
So I'm not blaming it all on menopause, but I'm just saying, as your partner may be going through that, getting ready to go through that transition, to be mindful of it, be even more patient, be even more gracious, understanding, and of course, patience. Patience does help, because I say it's going to be a minute. You don't. It's not in by January and out by June. It takes years to go through the full transition. Of course, unless you've had a full hysterectomy. So, so that's what we've been going through in the last several months, couple of years. And the thing is, I know it is, because I can't. It's either that or I married a woman that's crazy, and I'm just now noticing it. Seriously, no. I mean, cause and you know yourself. You can be full strength.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's like straight, no chaser. You know what I mean, Renee? That's from my buddy Renee. She always says that, But yeah, she's straight, no chaser. And sometimes I'm not, ready for it. I'm, I come in the kitchen. Go on, everybody. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? The dog's okay. Hey, baby, how are you doing? And I'm going to eat my Cheerios and like, pow, pow. And I'm like, whoa, I haven't even had my Cheerios. I ain't ready for it. Give me a warning, babe. Give me a warning. And I'm joking, but it is what it is. And so what I do, again, I'm talking to all my sisters out there. What I do, I excuse me, babe.
I'm good.
Okay. I invite her to hear what she just said. So not even making a retort, no response or whatever, and just let it hang in the air.
But that might be a good thing. You might be onto something. Maybe I need to record myself for the day and then play it back. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah.
But in your job, you do great. You great service contact, and you talk to your customers very, very well. And sometimes you have to unravel difficult scenarios, and you're good, wonderful, kind, loving, understanding. Wonderful. All but giving them a cherry on top. And then there's days when she's talking to me. Some days I give her that look. Talking to me. I mean, I'm serious, because it can just be that full strength, and I'm not blaming her. I'm just being, I'm just aware of it, and I said, "Oh, that wasn't sweet, that wasn't kind, and did you really mean that?" And then she gets upset with me, and I said, "It's the menopause, ain't it, a bear? And everything ain't menopause." I said, "Oh, you've always been this nasty, or are you from New York?" I think that's so funny. I think that is so funny.
And I have not always been a nasty person. Definitely.
And you're not nasty now, but you are pretty full strength sometimes. And
it depends on who's coming at me with what. Again, I don't like, foolish stuff. So don't come at me, you first walk in the door and you talking about something crazy. I don't want to hear it. I don't. So I'm gonna stop you.
Well, ladies, I'm sure we're going to get some feedback on this one. Y'all, you can see the dynamics, can't you? And she's lucky to have me. as I am to have you as well. You know what I mean?
But
But you do see it, and you feel it. I know you feel it. And remember, you know, once it's said, you can't.
I know.
You can't bring it back. And so what I do, I don't let her off the hook. You know, and like I said, I'm not making this all about you, but you're my most immediate example. You're the only woman I live with and love. Okay,
Right.
Okay. So I'm just saying, did you hear yourself? I said, can we just play that back? You know, like I'm serious. I woke up this morning and, you know, with the love of God all around me, and all I did was pet the dog and say good morning, went toward the Cheerios, and boom, pow! You know, I tell you, it was just too much. And then even if she doesn't admit it in that moment, she will admit it later on that day, like babe, I'm sorry. Babe, I'm sorry. And I do appreciate that you can hear yourself later. See, I can hear myself as I speak. You haven't evolved to that smooth, you know, to that point yet. You're like, you know, it's going to take me a couple of hours. We got to have lunch and, you know, take a walk in the park and come back. And she's like, hey, babe, you know, maybe that was a little harsh. Yeah. And I said, thank you for hearing yourself. Because I know how I heard it. I know how it made me feel. But I'm just like, was that your intent?
Right.
Because the impact was, my feelings was hurt. I thought that was a little rough at 6:45 a.m. And I know the loving angel that you are. You didn't intentionally try to hurt my feelings.
So as you all can see, menopause is different for, you know,
everybody.
Yeah, from different people. So depending on what you all are going through, if you even are going through this,
you will be at some time.
Yeah, if you haven't gone through it, you'll be going through it.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on where you are with that, yeah, that'd be interesting to know the different dynamics.
Yeah, with different couples and all.
Yeah.
You know, and not that you got to be coupled up. You know what I mean? So,
or who were you when you were going through it? Because I'm sure, even if you were with someone then, they would have said a couple of things as to, you know, what you would have done or something.
You need to change your act,
right? You know, or you would have got the vibe or whatever. So.
Or how about this? You know, the doctor can give you something for that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to take a pill or take something,
right?
Or take something. You know, and it doesn't have to be a horrible experience. You know, but it's like I said, it's part of who we are. It's part of our wiring. It's the way nature made us, and you know. But just be, babe. You know, drink some water. You know, it is what it is. You know, it doesn't have to be horrible, like I said, you know, but just be, like I say, treat it with the utmost understanding. Be patient even when you don't feel patient. And always, you know, of course you're going to be loving because, you know, I'm her boo thing and she's my lamb chop. Okay, so that's where we're at today. Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. We felt like talking about menopause today. And I think we're going to leave it there. And we're looking forward to the feedback. And as always, you know what I mean, we're wishing all of you the very best.
Of all good things. Stay safe and stay woke.
Mm-hmm. And take the pills if you got to. Okay, take care.
And pray for Sharyn's surgery.
Oh, yeah.
We love you.
Yeah. Hey, if I'm not back next week, we probably have a guest or two if I'm just not feeling it, you know what I mean? But seriously, if I'm not back next week,
we could possibly have a guest.
We may have a guest, okay? And that'll be fun too.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, take care, everybody.
Talk to you soon.
Mm-hmm.